Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths Most Wanted, where we're doing something special today. We are doing a 3-in-1 video. We are doing 3 godly craft all at once, and yeah, so these are the 3 godly class not white flag, I always do this, the 3 godly class lightning hood ships. So we got the in order, so we got, hang on, we have the Candela, we have the Exojewel, and we have the Impedance. Impedance? I'm not sure. But in any case, the reason we're doing all 3 of these super annoying craft is because generally they're all quite similar in how they behave, and how they function, and how you survive them, and also counter them. So yeah, that's why we're doing all 3 of them at once, and they all share very similar traits. All of these things, or at least as far as I'm concerned, these are all tremendously not fun to fight, because the lasers are insta-hit, there's no drama, it's just, ha ha ha, you're damaged now. And particularly the Candela, the more, like, as it runs out of laser power, the lasers start flickering in a manner that makes me want to stick an epileptic fit warning on this video. So let's go over these 3 things. They're not all exactly the same, I should mention. There are some differences between them. But generally all of them are really damn fast. So the Candela is the fastest of them. Its maximum speed is 155 meters per second, which is faster than most aircraft in the game. And you've got the Exojewel, which moves at 93 meters per second. Not nearly as fast, but still pretty darn fast. And then you've got the Impedance, which is only a little bit slower than the Candela, 139 meters per second at top speed. And they all have huge, scary lasers. The Candela, the sustained damage on all these laser turrets is a little bit iffy because lasers don't... I don't know, I don't think lasers do exactly the number as advertised. It depends on how much juice they have left in them. The Candela has, these are actually, oh darn it, I totally did that wrong. The Candela has 9 laser combiners in 3 turrets, Iowa battleship style, and they all do a large amount of damage, and also, for, like, these damn things have spin block stacking in them, which I am not okay with. They actually have heavy armor beams here. Like, I have no idea. I didn't think this was allowed in campaign designs, but then again, what do I know? What do I know? They also have mimics, by the looks of it. Just little spheres covering that for some reason. But yeah, so the sustained damage per second of the Candela is like something like 57,816 with a 94.8 AP. It drops to a little bit less than that because the Candela is quite a burst firer, so initial damage is huge, but then it kind of trails off as it burns through its storage. But yeah, still does a lot of damage consistently with quite high armor penetration. 94 AP is ridiculous overkill. That's twice the AP you need to damage metal, and like well over like 30 AP over the damage you need to do to damage heavy armor to do full damage too. I really should have had another go at that sentence. But yeah, so that's mainly to get through smoke, which means that just having a wee bit of smoke on your craft is not good defense against any of these things. You need a lot of smoke, or very strong reflector shields, and I'm already going off script. So yeah, that's the Candela. The Exojewel, surprisingly, has it has a lot higher well, a lot higher. It's got 2 laser combiners, each one of which does about, let's see if I can find it in this mimicked mess in here. Excuse me. Where is you? Here is you. No, there's 4. There's 4 of them. Cheeky. So, yeah, each of these does about 60,174 damage per second. What about 116.4 AP? So, very strong lasers. This is the only turret that the Exojewel has. I actually keep getting these things. Yeah, that's the Exojewel. Yeah, so lots of laser damage, lots and lots of laser damage. If you like relying on fast craft to get through the campaign, the lightning hoods are going to give you a real run for your money in general, and especially with these things because these lasers are so damn strong. And the impedance, also, like, I don't think, yeah, looking at the numbers, slightly less damage than the Candela, but I think it sustains it better. So, where is it? Where are your stupid? There it is. 1, 2, 3 of them, so also 3 turrets, so 9 of them. Sustained damage per second is 56,124, 114.7 AP, so, and these are continuous lasers as well. I should have been mentioning that. So this is 0Q lasers over here, and, I'm trying to remember what's over here. I believe these guys are, darn it. Darn it. These are also 0Q, and the Candela, I believe, has 4Q or 2Q lasers. Let's see. Why they're... Oh, it's got ACBs up here just to change the lights. Freaking... That's weird. So anyway, what's over here? So it is 0Q and 2Q. Interesting. That's... Didn't actually notice that before. Uses a mixture of 0Q and 2Q lasers. That explains why this thing goes crazy disco. Sometimes. It runs out of one juice and then does another. But yeah, so basically huge scary lasers, and the Candela also has a LAMS on it. So you see, it's got quite a strong LAMS actually, so with a lot of AP. I believe it actually shares the LAMS system with the main offensive laser system. In fact, it does, because it has exactly the same DPS. This is simultaneously a strength and weakness, because it means that the thing can sacrifice offense for defense, and basically it has this massive laser system that is pulling double duty. But we'll get to more on that in a little bit. The Candela also tends to stay at very long range, so if we go here, circle at a distance, the combat distance is 3,000 meters, which is really obnoxious. The Candela, I have to say, is, even though it's not the biggest and most expensive of these 3 craft, the Exojoule is actually the cheapest one, followed by the Candela, and then the Impedance, I think, is the Lightning Hood's godly craft. Although, to be perfectly honest, fighting this doesn't feel much different than fighting the other two. The Candela is the fastest and stays at the longest range. So if you go at look at the Exojoule, its combat distance is almost half of that. So it stays at 1,750 meters, and the Impedance stays at 1,500 meters. So the Candela runs away and is extraordinarily annoying, because at that distance, even really fast APS shells tend to have trouble hitting the darn thing, because it's going at, at 150 meters per second, which is not showing right now. So you can actually see it here. Top speed is actually 161 meters per second. You can tell. So fast. And also, worth mentioning that the Impedance and the Exojoule, they have missiles, so there's got these adorable little missile launchers right here. And these don't do huge amounts of damage, but it does mean that you do need to remember to bring missile defense along. And I think these EMP missiles are specifically to destroy smoke projectors, which are one of the things you'll desperately need when you're running up against these things. So yeah, here's some more smoke, just these small missiles right there. Very cute looking turrets, actually. I should hijack these. So yeah, and that is a reasonably short list of strengths for these 3, but I should point out that each one of those is quite notable, especially the speed in lasers is the main word of the day here. And I should mention as well that while I believe the Candela doesn't have any shields or smoke defense, the Exojoule and the Impedance do, so they do have stuff. I believe it has smoke around here somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. The rainbow's hot. It'll burn your face clean off. Okay, Impedance does not appear to have smoke. I mean the Exojoule. Damn it, I'm getting these things confused already. I know the impedance has smoke. Where is your smoke? I know where your smoke is. There it is. So yeah, the impedance is also a little bit harder to destroy with lasers than the other two craft, because it does have a lot of smoke, and since they're at the front, they'll kind of drift along the whole thing of it. And I just noticed how many radiators this damn thing is. I didn't know you could stack radiators like this. Cheeky. So yeah, that's basically the overall strengths of these things, and I should probably demonstrate it at least. I could have just pulled that thing out of play. Should probably demonstrate that at least once with, let's go with the Candela, because I hate it. So against anything that does not have decent laser defense, so let's spawn in something that would be really scary, except for lack of laser defense. Let's do Trebuchet, see if that works. I think the Trebuchet actually does have smoke on it. So the lambs there, popping shells like you wouldn't believe, and the lasers, they do a lot of damage, and the thing buggers off over the horizon. And yeah, that this thing just killed a Trebuchet in less than 10 seconds. So that's what you're dealing with when you go up against Lightning Hoods on max difficulty. They're really annoying like that. However, they do have a fair set of weaknesses, because, as you probably guessed by now, these guys are quite specialized. These are fast, they have big lasers, and that's their main strength. Pretty much anything else is kind of an afterthought for them. So, one of which is that they are helpless against submarines. So, if we spawn in a submarine of some kind, so let's spawn in a submarine that's really, let's spawn in a big scary submarine. Let's spawn in a blackcurrant. There we go. So the blackcurrant is definitely going to need a most wanted at some point, because it likes to hide on the ocean floor. See, initial damage is quite high, but the blackcurrant lasers are really, really terrible at shooting anything that's underwater. And that is a lot of... Are those large missiles or huge missiles? Those appear to be... Those look like just large missiles. Just large missiles by the looks of it. Although you can never really tell. They're probably not fast enough or have the range to catch the Candela. But this illustrates the fact that, like, submarines are basically immune to all three of these craft. None of them have torpedoes. And, yeah, lasers are just generally terrible at dealing with anything even a little bit under the water. And these missiles are way too slow to catch the Candela, so we're going to demonstrate it with one of my submarines instead. So yeah, the other thing to mention is that apart from the Candela's LAM system, the active defenses on these guys aren't that good. Shield projectors are literally hit and miss. I don't think any of them have flares or other kinds of countermeasures like that. And since the Candela uses runs the LAMs and its offensive lasers off the same system, it tends to get weaker as combat goes on. So if we go here and we spawn in our good friend the Song Killer on the Onyx Watch, because why not? And hoods, Candela, there we go. And it will pop a few missiles, but not all of them. And especially if you start your ships up nice and close, so they can get a few free shots off at the thing. You do, of course, you do also have to consider that you might have to spawn further away, so the thing doesn't melt your face off completely. And of course some of the missiles get stuck in the water. So yeah, that is a bit of a weakness of it. And another thing, that, like, their speed is actually simultaneously like a really strong, well, really strong strength and weakness. In that they've got terrible stopping distance, and due to the way the game's physics engine works, sometimes if projectiles are coming at them at the right angle, they'll actually warp inside the craft and just absolutely devastate it. I'm not sure if that's going to happen here, but yeah, you'll see that just a few decoys or flares could have prevented that. So yeah, that is handy to know. Can I actually do this so we can follow this lad? There we go. So yeah, it's like, they also run heavily on hydrofoils, so if we look up at the thing, let's see. Nope, that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to pause it and look. Ah! So you see, well, immediately, if the hydrofoils get damaged, that's kind of a huge problem for this craft, because particularly with the Candela, it doesn't have hydrofoils down the middle, unlike the Impedance and the Exegol, which means that when these guys on the side get damaged, the thing will roll over and or sink. So, major weakness right there. And they also eat materials like it's going out of style. You'll see, let's try and count this. So, let's wait for it. Oh, darn it. Ah, it's hard to keep track of this thing because it's too darn fast. You're too darn fast. Too darn fast. So, 1001. That, I'm counting at least like 500 materials per second. Which, like, every 2 seconds it burns through 1,000, so you legit can just hide a submarine on the bottom of the ocean and wait for this thing to run out of money. Which I refer to as the waiting game tactic, which is not the most original name because I just made it up right now. And that bouncing feeling it's getting is because it's trying to adjust for its hydrofoils getting blown off. So let's see what that did. Yep, it is running out of hydrofoils. When it's completely run out, it is going to roll over and have a terrible time. I think we're too close. We might be too close. We are too close. There we go. Control caps lock. Oh yeah. And also thing to note, with the Exegol, I should have... Actually, let's do this. Ah, God. Nope, I can't do that anymore. The Exegol, so let's just do this again. So let's go over here. Where is it? Spawn in the Exegol. The Exegol has only one turret. So when that gets disabled for any reason, that's it. It's game over. So that is a bit of a problem for it. So if we hide underneath the water and immediately lose blocks because lasers are annoying and incredibly... Oh wait, never mind. The thing does have decoys. Not very good ones. Also, it looks like it just shot itself. Where did it shoot itself? Oh, yep, there it is. Yeah. Whoops! Oh, wait. Wow, it zapped one of its own missile turrets off. Oopsie poopsie. And since the Exegol is a little bit slower than the Candela, the missiles have an even easier time tracking it. Are you gonna blow the turret off? That'd be super cool. Nope, you're not. Oh, that was close, though. Come on. I just like watching... Oh, yes! That was a hit on the turret. Yep, that appears to have, Oh, wow, there's 8 combiners in here. I keep forgetting because... problem with decorations and mimics, I can't see what's happening. There's 8 laser combiners in there. That'll teach me to just, knock off early and just say there's lasers on it, and that's it. Stop bouncing. So yeah, you might have already guessed that fast missiles are actually a pretty decent way of dealing with these things, especially if they're large. Although the thing keeps disco jumping around like that, that's less than ideal. So yeah, actually that's, you know what we can do? We can, whoop, whoop. Damn it. I want to disable the turret for science. There we go. Let's pretend that a missile landed there and blew up the turret. Now the thing can't fight. Yay! So, we've already covered, like, one way to survive these guys is just hide underwater. Like, they actually cannot touch you at all. And, yeah, nothing they can do. You can just hide in a submarine. You can hide in your yellow submarine and just, destroy them at your leisure. And, you can also use lots of smoke and strong shield projectors, and I will just demonstrate that right now with the one thing I have that smokes. So go over here and let's have the impedance. And then we'll spawn in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll spawn in our other friend, Starslang Mark II. Smoke is pretty darn necessary, and I just realized the intelligence image for the Starslang Mark II is her running into the ground, so that's less than ideal. So you are going to lose blocks at the start of combat. That's almost unavoidable. But yeah, having smoke set up correctly is the difference between instantly losing your whole darn craft and just getting scratched a bit. Yeah, we are getting damaged. It is scratching the paint. It is getting through the blocks. It also helps to move around a little bit. We'll just keep turning new angles. Because, hell, that is actually melting blocks really fast. I hate how lasers do this. It is too easy to get high armor penetration on lasers. Like, the fact that frequency doublers are expensive changes nothing. Drama! Thankfully, we're shooting back though. So yeah, without those oh my goodness, that looked painful. Oh yeah, that was very painful. Without the smoke, trust me, life is even worse. And I think that is exactly what I was talking about before. Is that the ammo compartment that just got fried? Might have been. Is there an ammo compartment in here? I don't think so. But yeah, it's like, this is one of those situations where I believe, due to this thing's speed, a projectile actually warped inside it, and then managed to really, really hurt it. Because the thing what on earth happened here? Similar thing. That wasn't a cramshell, by the way. These things are almost impossible to hit with cramshells. And that's it, the fight's already over. So yeah, lots of smoke, strong shield projectors, hide underwater, and how to kill it, well, we've already kind of been demonstrating that. It's, try and start close to them if you don't have a weapon that's good at, weaponry that's good at long range. You also use fast APS. You can see the secondary gun on the Starslang Mark II is managed to land hits fairly regularly. And use big lasers of your own. Like, a mirror match between these guys is hilarious. So, let's go over here. And, let's spawn in an Exodual over there. And then we're gonna spawn in an Exodual hijacked by the Steel Striders over here. Oh, now I can see you without your freaking mimics. Yeah, cheeky sod. Stop appropriating cram barrels. Okay, so let's spawn in. This is one Exodual, and here is another Exodual. But it's a twin guard Exodual, and I kind of want to see what the fleet colors of this guy is. So this is basically two glass cannons headbutting each other. And you'll see that they've actually, aside from the lack of, like, I think, Oh, I thought that one of them had insta-killed the other. Turns out, nope. But yep, you'll see this mirror match is very mirrored. So big lasers are, ironically, like, well, I guess it's not that ironic since these are fast craft. Now, who is going to open fire first? This one, because I think that one's turret got zapped off. Hang on, let's go over here, let's see... Yep. Yep, somebody lost their turret block. And now the game's over. Actually, wait a minute. Yep, definitely lost the turret block. So, that's one of the weaknesses of having fast craft like this, is that lasers can still hit them quite well. Particle cannons as well. If you've got a honking big particle cannon set up for long range, you can snipe these guys out of existence fairly easily. Like, you first have to know how to make a decent particle cannon. Remember, nothing in this game is easy. There are just some more straightforward things than others. This is actually quite cathartic to watch this thing kind of kill its evil clone. Or non-evil clone. The Twin Guard aren't that evil. The Lightning Hoods are super evil. And I nearly called them the White Flayers again. So, yeah. And, the missiles we've already seen. Let's have a long-range particle cannon and see how well that goes. Let's see. I want to see, because I haven't tested it, whether the Warlord can actually deal with one of these guys. So we go here. Why are you Twin Guard? That makes no sense. And Thrustercraft, airships, Warlord. Not yet. Let's go over here. Here, Warlord, which has a honking big particle cannon on it. And whoop. I'm rooting for the Warlord. The Warlord is the underdog in this fight. The Warlord has... Oopsie daisies. The Warlord has just opened fire and appears to have blown up something important. Actually, not important enough. Does the Warlord not have smoke? I'm going to be embarrassed if it doesn't have smoke. It has no smoke whatsoever. That is embarrassing. Well, just take my word. Actually, it does have smoke. Not nearly enough smoke. It's getting shot exactly in the place it does not have any smoke. So yeah, particle cannons can do the trick, but, and this is something we're going to have to hop to the main menu to do, is one of my favorite things, and I remember doing a cheese tactics guide on this, that I'm going to link in the description below, assuming I don't forget, is the thing with very fast craft that scoot along the surface of the water, is that they don't have very good turning. Their turning circle is huge. And they don't have very good brakes. So if we go here and spawn in our friend, I don't know, where are you? Here. So let's spawn in the Candela, which is super fast. And let us spawn in something that usually cannot defeat the Candela at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is our friend, the Stahlslang. Because usually what happens is that it turns into a big stupid stalemate between these two. The Candela runs 3,000 meters away, the Stahlslang can't really damage it because the lasers aren't strong enough, and it's out of range of the missiles, and it's very annoying and very uncool, yo. But if you somehow manage to trick the Lightning Hoods to fighting you near land, in particular with a setup like this, so you're kind of parallel to the shoreline, the thing will commit harakiri on the shore, but it is important to keep in mind there's not a lot of big land masses over where the Lightning Hoods are. These big, chunks of land are like right at the edges of their territory, and by the time you're over there, you've probably already beaten them anyway. So, strategic places are things like these islands over here, if they're coming to get you, this guy over here, this guy over here, this guy over here. You can kind of... hopefully sit and camp around these areas, let them come to you without letting them actually outmaneuver you, and then you just hide a submarine under the ocean, and then they come and, you know, they scrape their buttocks off on the floor or on the land. So see here, and Star Slung won't be able to hit the Candela much at all, because the Candela does this, and hopefully it's gone that way. So hopefully it doesn't piss off off to the open sea. This worked when I tested it before. Let's see what happens. Candle's actually losing more blocks than usual. Oh my goodness. What happened there? Seriously, what happened there? What? Huh? The thing just decided to... I think that was another example of a projectile warping into them because they move so fast. Let's try that again. Oh, dearie me. Let's try that again. Because, by gum, this video is actually shorter than I was expecting. And, by God, by dog, arf arf, I want to see a Candela run onto land. So let's spawn in this fella again. Go here, spawn in the Candela. And hopefully you're not already on land, because that would suck. Yes! Slight angle, perfect. No, wrong way, please don't. Wanka! Oh, please don't collide with me. Oh, you are totally going to do that. You stupid... Wow. Did I mention this thing is annoying to fight? Because it really is. It is extraordinary. You cheeky bugger. You better have hurt yourself. Barely. Hate your guts. Really hate your guts, mate. Now it's disintegrating again. Stop it. If this thing runs away, I swear to God, can you please... Future me, you might have to smash cut to when this thing drives over land. Drive over land, you prick. Absolute prick. At this rate, the Star Slung is the one that's going to end up driving over land. Oh no. Okay, nope, steering's still good. Steering is still good. Yeah, you can't really rely on this tactic too much. Deacon's Christmas. That's it. Good girl. Get over to land. Get over to land. Yes. Point this way. Point this way. Yes, there lies your destiny. Go run into it. Come on. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to. All the cool kids are doing it. The Star Slung has rubber on her undersides now. She's a cool kid. You want to run into land? Come on. Come on. Come on. I made a whole video about this dirty, nasty trick. Yes, 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 life is a beach and then you die. And it should be mentioned that the Candela does have rubber on her. She does have a wee bit of rubber. I tend to find that she still gets hurt a bit when she drives onto land. As hopefully we're going to see right now, please, oh please. And she definitely does get slowed down a little bit. Yep. Yep. Bouncing along, as you do. Scrape, scrape. And she doesn't turn very well on land either. Yep. Has she lost her hydrofoils? She's lost pretty much all the hydrofoils on one side, and so she's rolling over. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Now die, you insufferable flying piece of laser garbage. So yeah, that's, I cannot think of a better way to end this Most Wanted than with that. So yeah, that is the Lightning Hood Godlies. All very similar, just the Candela is the fast one, the Exegul is the one with the one all or nothing turret, and the Impedance is a big fat thing that's kind of a combination of the other two. So yeah. Is this thing not dead yet? Oh, come on, we need to see you despawn. And of course, once they roll over and are underwater, you just make sure you have torpedoes on hand to torpedo them to death. Perfect. Yay! Die! Die, you know, does it come across that I really do not like meta laser designs? Like, I'm fine with lasers, but people just take advantage of the fact that you can essentially put endless armor penetration on them. That's like... that gets on my cheese rolls like nothing else. So anyway, that's the Candela, that's the Exegul, that's the Impedance. And, yeah. Just super specialized craft. Remember, smoking is good for you when people are firing lasers at you. And, drive them into land, hit them with missiles, hit them with the lasers, hit them with the particle cannons, and you'll probably do fine. So on that merry note, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps. And there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters. And I will see you next time in From the Depths, Most Wanted. Farewell.